stop. Do not scroll past this. I need you to do something weird right now. If you're alone, find a mirror. If you want, open the selfie camera on your phone. Stick out your tongue. I don't mean a polite little peek. I mean stick it out all the way. Relax it, and look at it under good light. What do you see? Is it a nice, even pink color? Or is it pale? Is there a thick white film on it? Are there cracks running down the middle like a dried-up riverbed? And look at the sides. Are there little ripples, like your teeth have been pressing into the edges? You might think that's just what a tongue looks like. You are wrong. Your tongue is the only internal organ that you can physically see without surgery. It is the dashboard of your entire body. And if you see those ripples, or those cracks, or that coating, your body is screaming at you. It's telling you that your gut is inflamed. It's telling you that your hormones are crashed, and you have been ignoring the signal for years. Put your phone down. Keep your mouth open. Let's read the map. Welcome back. Let's be real. When was the last time a Western doctor actually looked at your tongue? Maybe when you had a sore throat. They pushed it down with a wooden stick to look at your tonsils. They looked past the tongue. Not at a dot, but in Eastern medicine in Ayurveda and TCM, the tongue is the first thing they check. Before they take your blood pressure. Before they ask about your day. Why? Because the tongue is the beginning of the digestive tract. It is literally the carpet that rolls out from your stomach. If your stomach is on fire, your tongue will be red. If your gut is full of yeast and dampness, your tongue will be coated in slime. If your body is dehydrated and your adrenals are burned out, your tongue will crack. We treat our bodies like cars. We drive them hard. We ignore the noises. But the tongue is the check engine light. Most people cover it up. They scrape their tongue every morning. They use mouthwash. They try to scrub the evidence away. That's like putting duct tape over the dashboard light and keeping driving. You aren't fixing the problem. You are silencing the messenger. Today, we are going to decode the four most common warning signs. I bet you have at least one of them. Let's start with the most common one. Look at the sides of your tongue. The edges. Does it look smooth? Or does it look wavy, like a pie crust or a scallop shell? If you look closely, you'll realize those waves match the shape of your teeth. We call this a scalloped tongue. But the question is, why is your tongue pressing against your teeth? It's because it's swollen. Your tongue has literally grown too big for your mouth. Now, why would a tongue swell? Two words, malabsorption and dampness. In modern terms, this usually means your gut is not processing nutrients correctly. You aren't absorbing vitamins, specifically B vitamins. But more importantly, it means your lymphatic system is sluggish. Your body is holding onto water because it's inflamed. It's BOGGY. Think of a sponge. When a sponge is dry, it's small and hard. When a sponge is wet and full of gunk, it expands. It gets heavy. That is your body right now. If you have a scalloped tongue, I guarantee you also have these symptoms. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. You have brain fog. You walk into a room and forget why you're there. And you probably feel bloated after you eat. This isn't about your mouth. This is about your spleen and your metabolism. Your digestive fire is weak. It's drowning in water. You can scrape the scallops away. You have to dry out the sponge. Now. Look at the surface. Do you see lines? Maybe one deep canyon running right down the center. Or maybe a spiderweb of little cracks all over the place. This looks scary. People see this and think they are dying. You aren't dying, but you are drying out in the same way the scalloped tongue is like a wet sponge. The cracked tongue is like the desert floor. What happens to the earth when it hasn't rained in 6 months? It cracks open. This sign means the indeficiency. That's fancy language for adrenal burnout. You are running hot. You are running on stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. Coffee. You have been redlining your engine for so long that your cooling system has broken down. The fluids that are supposed to lubricate your joints, your gut lining, and your brain, they're evaporating. If you have these cracks, I bet you are the type of person who is tired but wired. You lie in bed at night, exhausted, but your mind is racing. You might have hot flashes or night sweats. You might get thirsty, but water doesn't seem to quench it. That center crack, that correlates to the spine and the stomach. It means your digestion is tragic because you don't have enough stomach acid. You dried it up. This is a serious SOS signal. Your body is telling you, I am overheating. Please turn off the engine. Now, stick it out again. What color is it? It should be a fresh, pinkish red, but for many of you, it's white, or maybe yellow, and it's fuzzy. You scrape it off in the morning, and by lunch, it's back. This is the coating. In the medical world. They might call it oral thrush if it gets really bad. But even a thin white layer tells us something huge. Your microbiome is a war zone, and the bad guys are winning. That white fuzz is usually an overgrowth of yeast, candida, or bacteria. Remember, the tongue is just the start of the gut. If there is fuzz on the rug in the hallway, there is fuzz on the rug in the living room. If your tongue is coated, your small intestine is coated. This layer acts like a barrier. It stops you from absorbing nutrients. If the coating is white, it means cold. Your metabolism is slow. You probably have cold hands and feet. You need heat. If the coating is yellow, it means heat and infection. There is rotting going on in the gut. You might have bad breath that won't go away. This is a direct sign that you are feeding the bugs. You are eating too much sugar, too much processed wheat, too much dairy. You are basically a walking petri dish. And again, mouthwash won't fix it. You have to change the soil, not just clean the plants. Finally, look at the very tip of the tongue. Just the point. Is it brighter red than the rest? Does it look like a little strawberry? Does it have tiny red dots on it? In the map of the body, the tip of the tongue represents the heart. Not just the physical heart pump, but the spirit, the emotional mind. A red tip is the hallmark of anxiety and insomnia. It means there is heart fire. Your emotional state is physically burning you up. I see this constantly in high performers. Students during finals, or people going through a divorce. You might feel palpitations. You might have vivid, crazy dreams that wake you up. You feel emotionally raw. That red tip is saying that your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. You cannot digest food when you are in fight or flight. So even if you eat the perfect diet, if your tip is red, you aren't absorbing that kale salad. You are just passing it through. So what do? We have looked at the map. We see the damage. We see the swelling, the cracks, the fuzz, the red tip. Don't panic. The tongue is one of the fastest healing tissues in the body. It changes if you fix your gut. Your tongue can look different in 2 weeks. Here is the protocol. 1. Stop the ice. If you have the scalloped, swollen tongue, stop drinking ice water. You are drowning a cold, wet sponge. You need heat. Drink warm ginger tea. Sip hot water. You need to stoke the fire to burn off the dampness. 2. Hydrate with electrolytes. If you have the cracks, water isn't enough. You need minerals. You need salt. You need magnesium. You need to nourish the soul, not just flood it. And you need to sleep. The cracks won't close if you don't sleep. 3. Starve the yeast. If you have the white coating, you have to cut the sugar for 7 days. Zero sugar. Watch how fast that coating disappears. It will shock you. 4. Breath work. If you have the red tip, you don't need a diet. You need to breathe. You need to tell your heart it's safe. Long exhales. Cool down the fire. Here is my challenge to you. Take a photo of your tongue today. Right now. It's gross. I know. Keep it in a hidden folder. Then, pick one thing to change this week. Maybe drink warm water. Maybe cut the sugar. Maybe go to bed an hour earlier. Then, take another photo in 7 days. You will see the geography change. The cracks will seal. The swelling will go down. The color will return. Your body wants to heal. It is constantly trying to communicate with you. But you have to stop scrolling. Open your mouth and actually look at what it's saying. The map is right there. Use it. I'll see you in the next one.